What's up? It's your boy Serrano. So today we're going to be comparing the Z Fold 3 versus the Z Fold 5. And so what comes in the box is the Type-C to Type-C charging cable. You also get your SIM remover tool, and you also get your user manual. Okay, so I pretty much wanted to make this video for people who have the Fold 3 and are looking to upgrade to the 5, or considering it maybe if you have the 4. But the main difference when it comes to the these two devices is the hinge that's basically changed, but also the weight. So you're actually getting a lighter phone on the Fold 5 versus the Fold 3, with the 271 grams on the 3 and 253 on the 5. So definitely feels a lot lighter in the hand. You're also on the front, you're getting Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on the outer display of the 5, and then on the 3 they just had the Victus. So that's the main difference when it comes to the outer display, but they're both going to be IPX8 water resistant. So they have the same exact rating when it comes to waterproofing, and they're both made of that armor aluminum frame with a really scratch resistant basically material. Actually, one of the things that I did notice about my Z Fold 3 is that it does actually resist scratches, but if you get sand on the side of there, it will leave a mark. So I just wanted to throw that out there, that there are a few scuffs on here from grains of sand from going to the beach or whatever. So the build quality is definitely a more boxy feel when it comes to the Fold 5, but it also feels slimmer because of the hinge. It's just a lot tighter when you hold it. It doesn't feel like the Fold 3 wasn't bulky, but this one, you could definitely feel the difference in the hand with the lightweight feel in the hand, and also the way that the hinge closes shut. It just feels a little bit more sturdy and more clean. Like on the hinge, when you're folding it, it feels tighter, and it doesn't feel, it just feels very easy. And it did feel that way on the Fold 3, but it actually has a more tight hinge, even though this is pretty tight. It's hard to explain, but you're getting, when it comes to the these two things right here, they both offer stylus support. So that's one of the things that I really like about both of these things, is because they offer the stylus support, and they're going to offer the AMOLED with 120 hertz with the side mounted fingerprint in the same spot. So you get that fingerprint on the same spot, which is cool. And then turning them on, you can see they both get pretty bright. I have a screen protector on my Fold 5. So, and I also, there's nothing on the Fold 3. So this is what they both look like. You can see that the Fold 3 just looks a little bit taller when I hold them side by side. But you have to get a whole different case if you have the Fold 3. You have to get brand new cases for your Fold 5, because it's not going to fit on the device. But these are the cutouts. You have the fingerprint, volume rockers, and SIM remover tool on this side at the top. And they both have the antenna lines exact same location. You can see the little bit of scuffs on the side of there from the grains of sand on the Fold 3. And then you can see right here, you get the same exact arrangement with the dual speakers. There's one microphone on both, Type-C for charging, and the speaker down there with the antenna lines. And then I just wanted to throw out there that on the top, if you look real close, you can see that they both have triple mics, which is cool. So they still got that same real good audio quality when it comes to the Dolby Atmos as well. And so the Fold 3 was released with Android 11, and it got updated to Android 13. And so they're both on Android 13 right now, basically running Android 13. So I just wanted to compare side by side, but you do get a nicer feel in the hand. Definitely when it comes to the Fold 5, it feels a little bit more easy to use compared to the Fold 3. This one just feels a little bit more heavy like a little bit more of weight to it, where this is more light and easy to kind of maneuver, because it's also got the squared edges, which is definitely going to add to the overall feel in the hand. And so let's put it in the left hand just to make sure. But yeah, you could definitely feel the extra weight to it compared to holding the Fold 5. So I just want to mention that. But when it comes to the performance on both of these, there's going to be an upgrade to the chipset as well. But if you're still here, just want to remind you to hit the like button so we get this video out to more people. And I just want to remind you to type down below, I'm still here, sir. But if you're still here, just type down below in the comment section, I'm still here, so I know you're still kicking it with me. And I just want to remind you to hit the like button so we can get this video out to more people and help beat the YouTube algorithm. Okay. But when it comes to the overall display differences, this one is going to be, when it comes to the overall dimensions, 7.6 inches with 374 pixels per inch. And it's got that AMOLED display. So it's definitely going to be good as well when it comes to the performance, because you're getting the 256/12 or the 512 12 gigabytes. And so it's going to be pretty solid as well, because you're going to get 12 gigabytes of RAM on here. So, this is going to be a crazy phone when it comes to performance. So it's got the Snapdragon Gen 2 chipset on here too, which is definitely going to be able to perform really good when you compare it to the Fold 3. It's definitely going to be a lot quicker when it comes to, doing multitasking and things of that sort. But it's going to be a solid experience when you're gaming on here. So when it comes to the Fold 3, we are getting the Snapdragon 888. And this is actually still a really good processor when it comes to the speeds and everything like that. So you're going to be able to get really good speeds and a lot of power. It's got the Adreno 660, whereas the Fold 5 has the Adreno 740. And, but this thing does fly as well. It still feels really smooth. You can barely notice the difference when you're actually playing this game when it comes to the two. It's also going to have that 12 gigabytes of RAM as well. So that's definitely going to help out when it comes to, gaming on here, depending on what configuration you have. It's still going to be the same performance. You're just going to have more storage to work with. But yeah, this game definitely feels pretty smooth on PUBG right now. It definitely has a nice feel to it. Now, when it comes to the displays, they're pretty much going to be very similar with the displays. Now, this one actually rocks a little bit more, the Fold 5 on a table, because the cameras are a little bit more pronounced. So they kind of stick out a little bit more. And so unless you have a case on here, it might rock a little bit. Whereas the Fold 3, it'll definitely do that as well. So the cameras are pretty much the same exact design. So just wanted to throw that out there. And then you're getting that option for the facial recognition or the side mounted fingerprint on both of these devices. And I wanted to talk about the hinge, because the hinge definitely feels a lot more more stronger on the Fold 5. And that's the really good part. But you can see the displays are going to be both really nice when it comes to just looking at the displays. And I wanted to show you guys what it would look like if you were browsing like YouTube or something like that. So let's just jump into a quick video on here. And you can see the colors look almost identical when it comes to the detail. So the main differences with the displays is you're going to be getting a 1768 times 2208 on the Fold 5, and then 1812 times 2176 on the Fold 3, which is actually a higher pixel count on there. But on the Fold 5, on the outer display, it's going to be a higher pixel count there. So it kind of makes up for it because it has a bigger display to work with. And so that's going to be another thing that you're going to notice as well. And so they both have really good performance. Let me clear out all the apps. And let's just do Play Store 1, 2, 3. That was the Fold 5. Let's do calendar. That looked like a tie. Let's do YouTube 1, 2, 3. Fold 5. Let's do the Bible app 1, 2, 3. That looked like the Fold 3 that time. Let's try Amazon. Fold 5. Let's try AliExpress 1, 2, 3. That was pretty close, but it might have been the Fold 5. Let's do the Basius app. That was exactly at the same time. And one more, let's do Meta 1, 2, 3. Exactly the same time. So both of these devices do hold up well. Let's try the X app 1, 2, 3. And that was pretty close, but it looked like the Fold 5. So when it comes to the speed test, they're actually pretty close on here. Now, when it comes to the cameras, the main difference is the 50 megapixel. That's going to be located on the Samsung Fold 5, and you're going to be getting a 12 megapixel on the Fold 3. You're also going to get a 12 megapixel telephoto on the Fold 3 and a 10 megapixel on the Fold 5, a 12 megapixel ultra wide on the Fold 3 and a 12 megapixel on the Fold 5. And then so the only difference is that the Fold 5 can record in 8K, whereas the Fold 3 could only record in 4K. But you're still getting the same 4 megapixel camera underneath the display. So it's going to be a hidden camera. So it offers facial recognition as well, which is something that's pretty cool. And you could do like Google Meets or Teams or anything of that sort. They both have dual speakers as well, but the Fold 5 is going to have Bluetooth 5.3, whereas the Fold 3 has Bluetooth 5.2. So let's just, when it comes to the audio quality, they both have really good audio quality and almost the same exact features under the hood with the Android 13 and One UI 13.1, or I forget what number it's on, but it's basically the latest one right now. And so, when I picked this one up, I noticed that it does bend a bit. So the hinge is actually not as strong as the one on the Fold 5, because that one, when you pick it up, the hinge is just really sturdy. So this one is actually asking me to do a software update on here for the July 1st update. And that's the Fold 3 right here. So it does have a little bit more of the bendability is kind of the word, like flex. Has a little bit more flex to it. It's more easier to like flex or whatever. And so when I go into the software information, it has Android 13 5.1. And so, it's going to be pretty much up to date and everything like that. And so the Fold 5, that hinge is a lot more sturdy. You can't bend it when picking it up or even putting it in the hand. So the hinge is more sturdy. It's definitely stronger, and it can sustain. I don't know if it's because this one is new, but you got Android 13 with the One UI version 5.1.1, and this one only has the 5.1. So this one is getting an update. So that's something that's pretty cool because I can go ahead and download that. So, both of these definitely, if you have the Fold 3, would it be really worth upgrading to? Well, it depends on if you want the better build. You're going to get a more sturdy hinge. and you know they're gonna have the same exact tabletop mode, and also the tent mode is gonna be the same experience. But one of the things I'm noticing, and let me just put it so that they're both camera down so it's so you can see, but it looked like the Fold 5 was just a little bit taller, but yeah, I think by like a millimeter it's a little bit taller. But they both have that really cool tent mode, which is nice for when you're actually using certain apps. And so one of the things I like is that you can customize the apps inside of the settings to make it match the whatever display you use, whether it be vertical mode, tent mode, tabletop mode. But these are going to be solid when it comes to the multitasking as well. But let me know what you guys think. Would you upgrade to the Fold 5 if you had the Fold 3? And did you already get the Fold 5 already and upgrade? Let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely be curious to hear what you have to say. But I'm going to check you guys later. I'm going to get back with you. But if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you for coming through. Make sure you subscribe and get notified for more videos just like this. And I just want to remind you to hit the like button so we can get this video out to more people and help beat the YouTube algorithm. But I'm going to check you guys later. I'll get right back with you. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay. Later, crew. Peace.